Please rise for the pledge to the flag.
Good morning, Cedar Crest. My name is Jordan Brown. In this edition of In Flight, we will be discussing the importance of not only being mentally healthy, but also keeping negative stress at a minimum. We've created a PSA to show the impact of stress, sat down with fellow students who took a test to see how stressed they are, and talked to the experts on how to keep your mind healthy. We'll be right back with all of this and your school news. Now, high school can cause a lot of headaches, from homework to projects to cramming for exams or even worrying about college decisions. Nearly 50% of students will experience stress daily, according to a study done by NYU-CN researchers. Correspondent Corinne Fisher talked to students who took an online test to see how stressed they were.
I am involved in a lot of different things, and I have a good bit on my plate. I don't have a lot of time at home.
I think school has a lot to do with it. I think really high expectations. So, that's stressful.
I'm just a stressable person. I don't know how to explain. I'm an honor student. All we do is worry about our grades.
Especially during sports seasons, like with swimming, I would have swim practice until 5:30, but then at night I'd have to drive to Hershey for a cello lesson then, plus I'd have to write an essay due the next day, on top of other math homework.
I honestly feel like people just have different personality types, and my personality type is one where I really get worked up about some things, but I feel like a lot of people do that too. So
I think especially and another big stressor right now is college, I think, and thinking about in less than 6 months I'm on my own.
So there's some days where everything's nice and chill and relaxed, and there's other days where everything just triggers me, you know what I mean?
I have a bad habit of eating when I'm stressed. That helps me. We often resort to things that we shouldn't do when we have high levels of stress. I think looking at this maybe will change my thinking of what to do when I become stressed, probably.
I definitely think that I have enough good stress in my life, but then I think it gets to a point where it's bad stress too.
The test is being sent.
Oh boy. Whoa! Okay.
The depression is a little high. I don't think I have depression issues. At least I don't think so. My stress level is pretty accurate.
Okay, I got moderate in one of them. That's good.
I was expecting a lot more stress. I don't really know what I was thinking about anxiety.
I feel that I'm in the same boat as a lot of other high school students at this point. At this point in our lives, this is probably normal. The test results do stress me out a little bit, but it's normal because I know I'll be okay.
It's important to keep in mind to not worry about everything as much, but at the same time, it's just a learning process, and you can't change your level of anything overnight.
To take the stress test for yourself, you can visit www.15minutes4me.com and snapshot as your result at CCHS Today. The link to the stress test is on www.cchstoday.com. Now, if stress is not dealt with, it can cause major health issues such as headaches, chest pains, and fatigue. Extreme stress can affect your diet, lead to drug and alcohol abuse, or social withdrawal. We'll be right back after this PSA on the effects of stress.
Homework,
relationships,
tests,
sports,
the future,
work. Don't let the stress of life make you burst.
Statistics say that 1 in 5 Americans experience extreme stress.
Don't let yourself be one of them.
Seek help today.
Stress can be difficult to manage. There are many ways to deal with stress in a healthy way, such as an art therapy or just plain old exercise. Correspondent Kaylee Kipp sat down with the school psychologist to discuss healthy ways to deal with stress.
Mrs. Mabel says that stress to her is any time that we're in a state of disequilibrium and not functioning at our maximum potential. There are a couple different types of stress. There's emotional stress, physical stress, behavioral stress, and physiological stress.
The most important thing is for people to identify what their triggers to stress are. Sometimes we make the mistake of telling students, telling others how to deal with it, as opposed to giving them options and practicing those options, because again, not everything works for every person. I kind of call it, make your own toolbox, and in that toolbox you have different strategies to deal with different situations.
Because we're human, there are a lot of things that we do not have any control over. We get ourselves worked up by overwhelming ourselves with things that we can't change. All of these thoughts can lead to us feeling stressed. Mindfulness is very important. You can always take a step back and ask yourself, what do I have control over right now? And what can I do about it that will be best for me in the long run?
Do I have control over the exam that's going to take place in 3 weeks? No. So does it really going to benefit me to feel stressed about that now? No. If I said to you, you broke up with your boyfriend and you're feeling stressed about that, 5 years from now, is that really going to have an impact on you and your life? No.
Nobody likes to be told about themselves. For some reason, we feel like we can help people. We think that we can make people feel better, but in reality, nothing we say or do is going to change the way anyone else thinks or feels.
I think sometimes we sabotage ourselves by choosing unhealthy coping strategies. And that could be a variety of different things. And sometimes that sabotage is really about avoiding, what's going on with us and really dealing with whatever stressors or anxieties that we have going on.
A lot of people use methods such as drugs, alcohol, and even smoking as an escape from stress. Rather than facing what's stressing them out, they use these methods to avoid the problem, or even to force themselves to forget about what they should be dealing with differently.
Yeah. People say they smoke because it causes them to relax, or it gives them the opportunity to relax. And so maybe in that moment in time, that's exactly what it is. That's what it's doing. So you're using drugs and alcohol, you get that temporary escape, but when you're not using those substances, all of those issues, all of those stresses are still there and could potentially have even more as a result of being on an escape for however long.
While there are a lot of unhealthy ways of dealing with stress, we want to encourage healthier alternatives.
So people deal with stress in a lot of different ways. Sometimes people exercise. Sometimes they listen to music, take a hot bath, drink tea. Sometimes they talk to a friend, journal, meditation.
In school news, it is Spring Spirit Week. Today is Falcon Friday. Check out all the blue and gray out there today. Today is the day for the Broadway Edition workshop with Adolfo. If you have an interest in musical theater, and this workshop is for you. It is not too late to sign up. The cost is $5 toward pizza. Meet in the OGI from 2:45 to 6. Now, baseball had a tough loss Wednesday, 6-5 at home against J.P. McCaskey. Kyle Portman smacked 2 singles, and Ethan Stickler also went 2 for 3 with a double and a single pitcher. And a single pitcher, Caden Miller, threw 3 half innings and earned 1 run and 2 strikeouts. New job positions are available at the Mount Gretna Brewery, such as waitressing, dishwashing, and hostessing. Apply today at www.gretnabrewery.com for more information to apply, or visit the job board in the 100 hallway and make other jobs available. Broadway boot camp students, please visit with Dr. Gurnett in room 118 following the announcements. That's all for this edition of InFlight. Remember that if you are feeling overwhelmed by stress, that there are many ways to deal with it. William James once said that the greatest weapon against our stress is the ability to choose one thought over another. We'll be right back in 2 weeks with a show highlighting media and publications. I'm Jordan Brown. Make it a great day, Cedar Crest.